Wow, really? Come on. Come on. Oh, I played. Oh! Oh, I beat my high score. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Hell of a score, huh?
Hey, guys, I noticed while I was watching the chat during that video, we have not been live.
Whoa, no way.
Greg, you never clicked the live button, so I clicked it while that video was playing. This whole time, people have been in the chat and they're like, I don't know what's going on. Is there not a show? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh my God.
So, yeah, so all y'all that were hanging out in the chat waiting for us, we've been in here jibber jabbering thinking we were doing a show for the last 25 minutes. So,
and you know, we usually go and check, somebody usually goes and checks that. We didn't do that.
We didn't do that. So everything before halfway through that Joust video did not air.
You know, I saw people kind of interacting with us on the chat. So I thought we were live. I mean,
yeah, I think they were interacting with each other and we were thinking they were interacting with us.
You're right. Well, when you said that, I thought, sure I did. It says in stream, but that's because you hit start the stream.
Because I clicked start stream while the video was playing. Because yeah, look at the here's some of these ones. Here's I guess there's no show. Not sure what's happening. We have the correct time. Derek apparently sent us messages to ask. I mean, that's nothing new. We ignore Derek all the time, but
right.
And
oh man, we had so many good zingers against Derek tonight too. Darn it!
Yeah. After that one is when I figured it out and clicked live, and then we get oh, here we go. Oh, here's a notification. Here we go.
I could have swore we had a live countdown up there saying we had been on for like 20-some minutes.
No, mine only shows we've been on for 4 minutes and.
Well, now, yeah, now it says that again, but I could have swore before that video it said that.
Yeah, I wasn't paying any attention. So, yeah. But we played like 5 videos for you people, and you missed it all. So we said at the beginning we have to be off by 6:30 Central. So we're out. Thanks for watching. Oh my goodness! So do we want to do a recap? Greg got a new Switch.
Well, I beat everybody at Chucky. And Centipede finally won this week or something.
Just to recap, and I'm not going to replay all these videos. But what happened was I started a video showing my new Nintendo Switch OLED, which I will put on my channel. I showed it on here because it was horrible. I wasn't going to put it on my channel. It was just an unboxing. And the guys got upset because I showed my shit video on the show, and I said it's a shit show anyway. So anyway, we had that, and of course the reason we had that for opening is we were waiting for Poe to make sure his vagina was okay because he did a lot of whining on the Discord about people playing Chucky pinball before he could.
I finally got the #1 spot, and I'm like, okay, nobody else is allowed to play. That's it. Once I get #1 spot, nobody can play. And then, they did play and whooped my ass.
I gotta throw Mr. Livewire's quote up here and correct him a little bit. Amateur hour tonight. No, amateur hour every Sunday night, 6 o'clock Central. We just get lucky sometimes and things work out.
It's just a matter of there's a big button up at the right that says start broadcast, and it's second nature just to hit it. And it never got hit because one of us usually checks, yeah, we're live during the intro. But
well, and also the problem is we come close to 7 o'clock, and you guys, everybody wonders who's going to walk in the door in time for the show. So I was eating a big pot of chili and walked in the door at the last second. So then we start talking about what we're going to do, and then it's time for the show. So
right.
Well, let's see that. Then we talked about Centipede, the challenge that Bart put out, and Mike. We gave Mike a real hard time because he didn't. And see, this is where I got confused. We were giving Mike a hard time about not posting a video of his win, saying anybody could have said, "Oh, look, here's my high score. I won." Photoshop something. But what's funny is at the same time, Chaos, if you go back through the chat, was saying something about I did a video on Centipede.
Yeah, it was like right on cue. Right on cue.
I was busting Chaos's balls saying, well, yeah, that's real convenient, Chaos. My dog ate my video. I don't have proof. Same as Mike. So we played Mike's video. And then after that, we said we're going to start a new challenge of Joust. So we played Mike's. And now you're caught up.
Yeah, let's see. Is this... here's Chaos's video. We were talking about it. Yeah, so... You guys were probably thinking, well, I don't know what's going on. We were reacting to the chat. You guys just couldn't hear us.
Oh goodness!
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to lose. We probably will lose some of our sponsors.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, so that gets everyone caught up.
I think that's pretty well caught up. I mean, we can, I don't know, I don't know what I'll do. It didn't matter. Mike did great at Centipede. You can hear him going, boom, 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 boom. There you got you got a little bit of what happened there. And that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, what do you get? Like 33,000 points on Centipede, right, Mike?
Yeah.
33,000 something. Yeah.
And I would show the video again, but you know what the problem is? There's no fast forward on the when you show it via stream. There's no picking where it starts and where it ends. It's all there. So we might show it as an outro one day for anybody who wants to watch.
Yeah.
Half minutes of great Centipede.
Glad I didn't take the time to make a video this week.
Yeah, but unlike Mike who makes good videos, nobody gives a shit. But anyway, moving on.
That's one good thing about my videos or in the live stream. You're stuck watching it.
You did do a neat video of blood and gore with a Christmas live stream the other day. Or was that this morning? When was that?
Yesterday, yeah. That's a messed up game. I got one subscriber out of it, so it's nice to know that there's a sick mother out there like me.
Well, I'll tell you what I was going to go into next, because all I did was show that video at the beginning, and I wanted to explain something about the Nintendo Switch I bought. I bought a new Nintendo Switch OLED Mario Edition, which, unlike the regular OLED, is all white with white controllers. This is red controllers with a red console. A little Mario stamped, and there's supposedly some other hidden Easter eggs you're supposed to hunt for on it, little coins and stuff, which I haven't had a chance to do. But the reason I wanted to explain that is take this with a grain of salt. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that says, I know what's going on. Just basing it on some articles that I read, who you have to believe in the person that wrote them. But supposedly at the financial meeting of the stockholders with Nintendo, the president said of Nintendo said that they will be releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 next year, nothing this year. And the speculation starts that it's going to be in September of 2024. But the word I get is it's going to be more powerful, but no OLED. We'll go back to the other screen to save money. So with that being said, I thought I'd sure like to have an OLED screen. I know Mike got one and upgraded to it, and he really likes it. I'm kind of like Poe. I play it 90% of the time on the TV, which that makes no difference. You're not getting any better resolution. But now that I've got it here, I love the Mario version, and I do absolutely love the graphics on the screen, and I noticed the volume is better, and it's 64 gig versus 32 gig. So I'm not disappointed at the purchase. So I did buy it at Target. And the last thing, this will just be the end of my segment of the pinball, is just the last thing is I did not buy it at GameStop. I went by GameStop. Y'all know how I feel about GameStop. I have a love-hate relationship with them, but they don't have it. They said online they did. They don't. And when you go in there and they say, well, we can get you one, we can order it in. I can order it online and pay shipping, but they said they could order one in for me, but when they started to ring it up, they're going to charge me shipping. I'm thinking, I'm not paying to get merchandise to your store. If you want to sell me something in your store, you better have it in your store.
Right.
I didn't buy it, but also I went. But the big story here is I went by there $15 for your Nintendo. I mean, not Nintendo. Your GameStop Plus membership, which used to give you a hardcover magazine. Now it gives you a digital one. And what they did was they'd give you $5 a month. And I told the guy, I said, I don't know if it's worth it to me. I don't spend $5 a month in here for sure. And, what the heck? You don't have anything. So he says, well, you can always get a $10 gift card. Can't get a $5 one because they quit selling those because they didn't want people getting a free gift card. So they make you pay $5. But I thought that's worth it. 5 times 12, $60, $15 for the membership. That's fine. So I'm halfway through my membership now. I found out they're increasing the membership to 25 the next time it renews. Also, it auto renews, and you can't turn off auto renew unless you call them.
Jeez.
You can't turn it off yourself. And they're discontinuing the gift cards. You can't buy the gift cards with it. And then this is the stroker to me. Why are you putting the gift cards? Why not just say we wanted to quit doing them? No, it's because that is considered digital currency, and people can send those overseas to be used for terrorist acts. I said, you are really stretching this shit a long way. Do I look? My name is Greg Vincent, not my balls is hairy. Okay, don't have one of them kind of names. It's Greg Vincent, not my balls is hairy, and I'm not going to use it for terrorism. And plus, you can't take. I said, but you'll still sell me one for $10? Yeah, I said, okay, well, sell me one. I'm going to send it over to my balls is hairy to use in a terrorist attack. So, I mean, what kind of bullshit is this? So that's when I said, yeah, you're right, Derek. That's when I said, he says, well, you want us to order that Switch for you? I said, fucking Target's got it right across the street, sitting behind the counter. And I can pay him and walk out the door with it. So that's what I did. So there's Greg's 67-year-old old bastard bitch corner for this week.
Nice.
Greg's a flight risk now.
Right?
I'm sending my gift cards over to fund terrorists. Oh
For
my
GameStop.
God.
Try to use your GameStop gift cards to buy an airline ticket now, Greg. See where that gets you.
Yeah, I think it was the real one. And then there's some poor bastard out there named My Balls is Harry that's madder than hell at me right now.
Right. Nice. Well,
Yeah, that happened to me too.
I know.
At GameStop. Oh, go ahead, Bart.
No, go ahead, Mike.
Well, the Black Friday thing. So prior to Black Friday, I bought the 2 controllers, and then there was Mortal Kombat 1 that I wanted for the PS5. And I asked the guy, "Hey, is the sale still going to be on, or do I need to wait till Black Friday to pick up the game?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, that game's going to be a lot cheaper." So it retailed during the sale for $49. And he told me it's going to be a lot cheaper on Black Friday. So, all right. And I said, "What time you open?" And he said, like 5 in the morning. And I'm not going to wake up that early to go buy something.
Right.
So I'll come see you in the afternoon. So I did. Went back there to get it. And then I looked at it and I said, "What the hell? It's still $49.99. I said, I thought you said this is going to be on a sale." He's like, "Oh, yeah, it's a Black Friday sale. But you said it's going to be cheaper than that." "Oh, did I?" And he's like he didn't remember talking to me about that. I said, "Yeah, you said that's going to be cheaper." And I said, I shouldn't have even came in here this morning. I could have bought everything I needed prior to Black Friday and then not just showed up. So I think they just want people to come in.
Yeah.
And which they're buying stuff. And the only really is a good deal was the 2 controllers, the PS5 and the Xbox One X controller, and that was it. So yeah, I'm not doing the Black Friday thing with them. I'll come in early if I see any good deals and I'll pick it up. But yeah, screw that. I'm in Black Friday anymore to GameStop.
But they just don't seem to have. Well, I think I've told you this. I found this out too. I was going to end at that, but I might as well finish. You know, I bought that on my old Switch. I bought that 2-year full replacement plan. If anything goes wrong with your Switch, brand new one. Been telling me that for months. The guy at the store says brand new one. It said that when you bought it, when you paid for it, and everything. Well, that guy I know that's in there, it's a different guy. This was not today. Because I probably wouldn't have had this problem with the guy that I know. But anyway, that guy told me that there is no more. If your Switch breaks, you get a refurbished one. And I told him, I said, and he says, before you even say anything, I'm going to repeat what I know you're going to say. When you bought that warranty, you were told you would get a new one. And he says, I told my bosses that. I said, this is bullshit. My customers are going to come in and I'm going to promise them a brand new Switch. And it's what they paid me for that extra warranty. And you're going to tell me I'm telling them they can't do it anymore. But that's another thing they've changed.
Wow.
So yeah, they're I don't know how much longer they can last, because it seems like that's another thing I've noticed. There was another business that I did business with here locally, Kansas City, that had a website plus the retail store. And I always remember saying that retail store is not going to last very long because the website's competing with it. You know, it didn't last very long. I don't think these GameStop stores will. You go in the ones, at least here locally, they don't have anything in there. They're just trying to get you to come in, and you can't see anything either because they're afraid to bring it out because somebody will shoplift it. And, you know, nowadays the cops don't do anything for shoplifting, not around here. Just go in and take whatever shit you want.
Yeah. It's not.
Tell me what you guys want, and I'll go get it. I ain't proud.
Yeah, Greg, they did that at my store too. Well, it's kind of understandable because I remember going in there and I'm like, what is the guy doing? He had like the cash register, like, you know, he was there, and then he looked like he was in a panic, and he's like on the call, you know, he's on the phone call with the police. And apparently just, you know, I must have missed it, what was going on. So apparently someone stole an Xbox One X that they were just looking at. They brought it to the person and he just ran off with the console. So what kind of changed for that when I go in there now, which kind of sucks, is like I don't, like how they give you sometimes the brand new game that's been open, doesn't have the wrap around it, and they go grab a disc and they put it in, and I like, no, that's not a brand new game, because people's freaking Cheeto hands have been touching the the case. So it's like, I don't want to touch that. It's like, that's not new, or give me a discount on it, but they sell it to you as new. And one of the things I don't like is getting handed that and then them charging me full price. I want a sealed copy of the game if we're going to be paying for it new.
I totally agree.
Yeah. But now, because of that, they're, I have to pay them, which when I got Mortal Kombat 1, he wouldn't even pull it out of the drawer, at least show me, and then just stand back against the counter so I don't swipe it from him. But yeah, he wouldn't even show me until I paid him the money. Then he went to grab it. Because what if it was one of those, ones that had been open and he put the game in? And I'm not going to take it. I want a refund.
Now that you mentioned the Switch, I even got from Target when they brought it out. It was in its cardboard box, but it had no tape, no seal on it. Now, admittedly, when I opened it up, everything inside, including the Switch itself, was wrapped in plastic that was sealed. I had to tear the card. So I have pretty good confidence level. But now that you think about it, I do recall that is kind of driving me nuts now. I did pull the little tab on the lift, and opened it up, and there was no security tape on there or anything.
Yeah. Oh, weird. So, yeah, because when I bought mine, I had the sticker where you open it at. So you have to cut it. Then it shows like it's no longer a new unit.
Yeah, this one did not have that.
Yeah, it could have been like a return, like somebody bought it by mistake and opened it, right? But it's not like they didn't like put it together and then turn it on. They're like, oh crap, this is not right. I'm gonna return it back. Because
I don't think that's the case with this one though, because the game had all the stuff was still wrapped in sealed plastic. And you know how you can tell when there's tape been on the box?
Yeah.
That's something I looked at. This box had never had, there's no residue, there's no pulling away. The box looks pristine. And the guy did go get the box out of a cabinet that was locked up, and it was way at the back. As a matter of fact, I called them as I was leaving GameStop and asked them if they had that one before I drove over there. And the guy said, yeah, I got one left. I said, can you put it back for me? He says, I'm not supposed to. And I said, I didn't ask you if you're supposed to. I said, will you put it back for me? And he started laughing. He said, okay. I said, okay, I'll do that. So,
yeah. Did you go up to the guy then in the back and just go, have you done something you're not supposed to do recently, before you even asked him about it? Just see if he knew it was you.
No, because actually, when I got there, it was a guy I talked to, and there was a gal there. And I said to the gal, I said, I called a little bit ago and asked about a Nintendo Switch Mario Edition. She goes, oh yeah, the other guy put it back for you. And then she says, well, not really. He's not supposed to, but she goes, well, what the hell? You're not one of those guys that works for the store, are you? And I said, no. And she goes, well, yeah, he put it back for you. And she went and got it. So, it was kind of a weird, the whole thing was weird, but they were nice people, and they got it. The game looks great. I'm happy. So, yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking with it. I got a new Nintendo Switch OLED edition, and I'm excited about it. And my God, it's taken forever to download all those games. It's
you should have got a PS5.
I thought about that afterwards, and then for the fact that I own all these games, So.
Right.
The PS5 disc. Isn't it the PS5 disc doesn't taste bad compared to the Nintendo games?
Well, but they're both all right. It's an acquired taste.
It's a bad taste.
Little sweet baby Ray's on there. It's all right.
I know that I did figure out from watching the videos that Mike sent me there's two ways of transferring those files. One is to transfer direct, and it erases the other one. But then there was a second video he sent me where I'm sending them all to the other one and keeping the other one, and that's cool. I don't have to rebuy the games. I can play them on both. There's only one catch, though. If you don't have an internet connection, if you played on one, and let's say you leave the house with the other one, and you don't fire it up before you leave and put it in standby mode and at least connect to the internet once, it won't play the games. Because it has to go online and say, I'm the only one online. Because you can't sit next to each other and play both of them at the same time. It's got some type of thing in it where it says, nope, this is Greg Vincent's, but this is the one that's playing now. Oh, he logged out on this one. Now this one's playing. So you can. So I guess there's no sense in having two. God, that's kind of stupid.
Not like the old
Should have
days
got a
where you could buy two
PS5.
Nintendos.
I feel really stupid now. I can get a job at GameStop.
Yeah. Well, Greg, it's almost 7. Did you want to get into the pinball tournament before you have to go?
I don't give a shit about the pinball tournament anymore. Does anybody really care? I mean, I know what we'll do. We'll tell people we talked about that during the first 20 minutes when we weren't
did.
Right.
Remember, I won. I won everything this week. Woo!
That's right.
No, we'll talk. We're in. I'm going to give a little lead into this. 10 weeks. 10 weeks. We're into it. This is it. This is the last week. Next week will be a bye week while Bart and I regroup, and we get the winner of this one. We get it all figured out because I got to thinking we'll do one next week, but how can we until we have the results all set in, and then we can decide how we're going to break this down into the post-season playoffs.
Ballistic.
Yeah.
Ballistic missed all of our Atari talk. Sorry, Ballistic. Missed all of that.
20 minutes straight Atari talk at the beginning.
So anyway, so this is week 10. Again, there'll be a bye week next week, but next week we'll announce how we're going to start the following week on the playoffs. All right, everybody. Tournament time, and we're at week 10. Can you believe it? Week 32 of the show, week 10 of the show's tournament. And let's take a look at what happened on week 9. G-Gage, G-G-A-G-E, 188 million on Earth Defense. Wow, great score. Tony's, 134 million. Classic Rock, 97 million. Balls of Slapping, 97 million. Mr. Livewire, 71 million. Let me get my menu over there. Okay. Off-Grid Arcade, 63 million. Mike CB, 39 million. Pixelatorium, 35 million. Postal, 25 million. Hollywood Polo, 13 million. Pin Fiction, 8 million. I think that's a new name here, maybe. I don't know. G Parker, 4 million. Mrs. G Parker, 3 million. There you go. Wow. Crazy week. But that's it. Hey, this is that's it for week 9. That's not it. Week 10, we're going to start right now.
Tournaments.
And then next week, we'll be announcing, we're going to take a bye week on the tournament. There will be no tournament next week. We're going to be calculating all these up and putting together our final playoff, where the top people are going to move into a playoff for the grand champion. So there is a bye week next week. We'll still have the show, but that's when we'll announce what we're going to do for the post-season tournament, I guess is the best way to put it. So let's go over here and create a tournament for week 10.
Create tournament.
And we're going to do Earth Defense. And like usually, I got to find these. Oh no, wait a second, it's not Earth Defense, it's what we just did. It's V12, there it is. We're going to do the 5-day tournament, private tournament. And it looks like we're doing just normal classic play here. Unlimited play attempts. Create and play. GPARKER. Okay. Create and play. I kind of like this game. I know Mike CB is going to love this one because he's a big motorhead. So you can check out the Gaming Road Warrior, his channel. He's here on the show with us. Shoot again, ball save. He's a big motorhead, and I know he's going to like V12. I think he's owned a few classic hot rods in his life. What the heck? Last week, I'll go ahead and play this on through. There we go. Right out the outway. All out. Game over. Well, I set the bar kind of low there. 308,528. Jumped in the tournament last week, and then we'll go into the postseason. And again, next week is a bye week. Then we'll pick up again the week after, getting into the playoffs. Back to the show, everybody. Have a good one.
Nice.
Cool. Very
Nice,
cool.
nice.
Hey, but before we get into and continue on with the pinball talk, I do want to say, while you're here, the 20 minutes of Atari talk was a joke. You missed the because I saw he put in the chat, "Oh, I'll go back and rewatch it." You will be disappointed because we had a little technical difficulty where the first 20 minutes of our show we didn't click live. So we just keep that's an ongoing joke. Whatever we need to talk about, that's when we talked about it while we were not on air. So yeah. So I didn't want the list to go back there looking for our Atari talk and seeing guys freaking liars. I mean, he watches post stuff, so he knows.
We did talk about we played Centipede Arcade, so that is an Atari game. But that part of the show got cut off because we thought we were live and we weren't live. So,
yeah, even if you go back to the playback, there's nothing. The first 20 minutes of the show didn't exist. I mean, you're just going to see us coming on saying, "Well, sorry, folks, we've been talking for 20 minutes." And
it'll cut in the middle of Mike's Joust video. But
he did play Joust. So
all of the Atari stuff was Mike playing Centipede, and he got 33,000 points. Had a good game. And but no one got to see that except for the four of us. So sucks to be you guys. It was amazing. Oh, and he had that topless chick dancing behind him, big old titties the whole time. It was such an awesome video, and you guys missed it. It's just tragic.
I don't think Mike really played. We never saw his face on screen, so
because you were looking at the boobies. You were distracted by the boobies behind you. He was there. I'm telling you.
I was looking at my own boobies. I need to lose some weight.
I'm not going to commit to this. I'm going to let Bart make the decision because he's got control. I'm going to have to leave here in a few minutes. And if Bart wants to roll that Mike's video as an outro to the show, I'll leave that up to Mike. I mean, up to Bart.
Screw Mike. That video didn't exist.
We'd have played it again if his score was lower than ours. But since he like higher score than the three of us put together, we don't need to see it again.
Somebody said that was very unprofessional of me because I'm the one that's supposed to hit the start stream, and I didn't hit start stream this week. I just started. Usually, I start the video and then hit start stream because there's a lag, and I didn't do it, and it was unprofessional of me. So they decided that they're gonna cut my pay by half. So half of nothing's nothing. So
Right.
there's your professional crap. Hey, real quick. I got by the way, Bart, who is a professional and provides a spreadsheet every week. Except this week it was a little late, but that's okay. It's kind of like me hitting the button, so whatever. But no, seriously, it looks like we've got some wild stuff going on here. Livewire is still in the lead. Classic Rock in second. Balls of Slapping holding a solid third. Tony's Jorgen still holding solid up there in some high points, but G-Gage, is in a solid fifth place position. Has only played 3 weeks because he's managed to score in the top every week he's played.
He's won every week that he played. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got some good, but now I want to talk briefly about the plan, the vision that I kind of have for this playoff. And that is it's going to be one that's going to be a little, if you remember how we did it last time, some of these playoffs are going to be like something like one ball, one shot. And that's how we did the final one last time. And let's face it, don't worry about if you're in that, whether you can make it to that part. You could win. I mean, against a guy like GG, because a guy can have a ball drain and you're done. You're over with. We had 2 very strict competitors last time, which was Balls of Slapping, which was really the odds-on favorite. He's a 2-time winner, and Champagne Room. And Champagne Room did his live, which put more stress on him. And I'll tell you what, he and Balls of Slapping had an outstanding score. But it ended up getting turned over, and Champagne Room won. But judging from the scores that I see, if you play, I'm just going to go down the list a little further. If these people play this week to at least get their 1 point, and I'm going to leave Mrs. Parker and Mrs. Off Grid are out of it because me and Bart and my wife and his wife are not going to be a part of it. But everybody else is in. But if I'm going down to where, Mike, if you play this week, that should get you in the tournament. The end. Derek, same thing. Poe, same thing. Actually, Poe, actually, you've done really good. Well, I think you will be in it regardless, but I would say you should play. Yeah. Same thing with Arizona Cowboy 1. So everybody else that I see above that.
Yeah, Chaos needs to get in it too to make sure he gets another point. Because he missed a couple weeks.
That's right. Where do I see Chaos? Yeah, Chaos is down there. That's right. If Chaos and you too, Derek, if you guys play this week, doesn't matter where you come in, you're going to be in the playoffs. So, and I don't know, looking at the sheet, I'd say that's the same thing for Mike CB too. Yeah. I think everything from Mike CB up is eligible if you play this week. So, get to plan, and we'll have it figured out for you next week. Let you know what's going to happen. But there will be no play next week, which leads me into something else real quick that I wanted to say before I bug out of here. Bart did set up a Pinball M tournament. And I'm going to go into Groucho. Bart's been pretty good at Pinball M. I just don't understand how Pinball M is pinball FX. There's no doubt about it. It's the same damn thing. And I get why they did it separate. People have been griping about that. I get why they did it. They wanted a mature-based one that they could limit who bought the games and sell it as a adult one versus a younger themed one. I get it. It's no problem for me to have a separate platform. What I don't understand is if you use the same software, which it's got to be, why when it got released, did it not have the same benefits that Pinball FX is? Why is the cabinet mode so crappy? I know Pinball FX started out crappy and got better. I'm sure this will get better. But I don't understand how it can start out worse when it's the same platform. Why didn't they just put all the shit that's in Pinball M and that was in Pinball FX and the Pinball M in the beginning? They have the technology. They knew how to program it. Just something to think about.
But they did add some cool features in Pinball M that they don't have in FX. Some play styles, the little corner where you can modify around your table and all that stuff. They did some really neat stuff with Pinball M, and I think they're going to get that cabinet mode ironed out. If you remember, FX came out, it was all messed up too, and you had to do all the same stuff. But you would think they would have already had it ironed out. But I think they got to the point where they're like, they just had to get it out. I think they wanted to get it out in October, and they couldn't. And now they're just like, we can't keep messing with this with the cabinet mode. Let's just get it out there. We got to get it out there, and we'll fix cabinet mode later.
Right. But, I guess my question again was, well, why would it even be broke if you just transfer the same software? But again, I'm no programmer.
Yeah.
But I will say this, yes. And I read your little remark in our little group there. I will say I love the thing. But I'll tell you what, Chucky's my best favorite table, and Bart set up an off tournament. And that's where I was headed. We were talking about having an off week. I'm sure if you get on the Discord and pay attention, next week we'll have some kind of tournament that doesn't relate to this, whether it be a Pinball M tournament or Pinball FX or Pinball FX3. And I want to point out that Postile did put up a tournament here last week on Tesla. So,
I still have my barf bag somewhere. I'm
going to look. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to look for the very worst table on Pinball M and make that my favorite, and I'll set up a tournament. So
there you go.
Nice. I'll quickly go over my right now. It's still got a couple days to go, so I put this stuff in there. It's UEQB. Password is just all lowercase OGA, and I'll do right before we came live. No, half an hour before we came live, because the first 20 minutes we weren't live.
Stand by. Can you give that to us phonetically?
You knew what I was laughing about, didn't you, Greg?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I could do it the right way, or I could do it the Greg way, but
was Queen, wasn't it?
Queen, I think that's what my phone said it was. But Bossman 72, I'm not sure who Bossman 72 is, but he jumped in the tournament. He's got 133 million. I got 89 million. Classic Rock King has 57. Mike has 44. Poe thought Mike didn't play. Then Poe's got 37 million.
I used to be on 34.
Yeah, at one point Poe was at top. Scott Merrill, you got 32. Good job. And Derek's holding up the bottom there in 8th with 20 million. So
where was I at? Was I on that?
Derek, you suck, Derek. You probably didn't even break the marble jar.
Greg, you're in 6th right now. You're with 34 million.
I had the top spot for a while.
For a little bit, and then Poe beat you. And then he said we weren't allowed to play anymore because he was on top.
Yeah, that was my only day off.
Yeah.
You have a video of you playing that? You have a video of you playing that and getting that score?
When I did my video making the tournament, of course, then I did one not in the tournament, because another thing with cabinet mode, you can't be in cabinet mode and play a tournament. Of course, I tripled my I tripled my score in the non-tournament one. But then I came back later and played that other one. And I was on top until I went and checked the scores, and whoever that boss man guy is beat me. Yeah, I'm digging it. So if you haven't gotten that tournament yet and you have Pinball M, get in it. That Chucky table is pretty awesome.
It's great. The call outs are great. I'll tell you, I do my share of bitching because I'm old. It won't be long.
Everything's great on there except for hearing it eat dirt, Tommy, over and over and over again. At 2:20 in the morning, I was ready to smash the TV.
You don't hear that eat dirt call out if you don't drain very often.
Oh, I suck. I hear it all the
If
time.
you play longer, you don't hear it as often.
Well, that being said, the only other thing before I get, because I'm going to turn this over to the other three, and I'm going to go watch my Chiefs, and I got some people here. But there is going to be, I just want to remind you, Bart, you want to talk a little bit about supposedly, hopefully it doesn't come out for 4th of July, a Pinball FX, what's it going to be? The Charlie Brown's Christmas.
I
For 4th of
already
July.
got it pulled up. All of the tables that are coming out on Thursday of this week. Did you want me to read the list before you take off?
Yeah, I'd like to hear it. Thank you. I'll be quiet.
All right. So, yeah, I'll start off with what Greg was just referring to. Peanuts Charlie Brown Christmas is coming out next week, or this coming week on Thursday, December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day for all of us Navy guys. Peanuts Charlie Brown Christmas. Then we got the 3-pack of the Star Trek. We got the Deep Space Nine, the Kelvin timeline, and Mike's favorite Discovery. And then they are doing the ones that are based on the board games, the Exploding Kittens, Gloomhaven, and Terraforming Mars. That's a 3-pack. No idea on pricing on any of this stuff. And then they're doing 2 more tables that are getting ported forward that were previous tables on FX3 and stuff, Epic Quest and Excalibur. And apparently that pack is a 2-pack, and the proceeds for that are going to charities, one overseas for European sales and one in the United States. And it's some deal where they put pinball machines in children's hospitals. So, children's
If they're doing that for children, then I won't say what I was going to say. I was going to say I hope they're not sending it to terrorists with the GameStop shit.
Right. But so it looks like what we got 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tables coming out this Thursday.
That's
right
expensive.
after last Thursday, we had Pinball M come out. So Zen is just ruining Christmas for everybody because I ain't buying anyone shit. I'm buying myself a bunch of pinball tables.
I just bought an OLED Switch, so I can't afford that shit. But let me ask you this: what platform? That's all I want to know. Is it all platforms?
They're on all platforms. Now the Pinball M stuff is supposed. I think there's not coming out until later in December, or even on the Switch. Even these ones, they said December 28th. So I'll be double dipping all this stuff onto the Switch.
Oh, that's expensive.
I think all of this stuff that Pinball M and all of these releases, but they will be on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and Epic this Thursday. So,
with that being said, I'm going to let you guys have it. I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for showing up. I want to thank everybody for putting up with our come on, we're here to have fun. We screwed up, okay? We'll just remember one thing. Mike always has this little thing before he signs off. And I had to come up with my own. I stole it from somebody else, but I had to come up with my own. And remember, my last thought here is winners are losers that just win. Good night, everybody.
See you, Greg. Enjoy the game.
Yeah, I thought Greg was going to say winners don't use drugs like the arcade machines
Right.
used to do.
You're right.
Take a bite out of crime.
Yeah. Look at he's hanging out in the green room to see what we're saying about him. Don't
Winners are losers that just win.
If you're still in that green room, they've got to do a Secret Santa for all of us here. So you guys are going to buy something for me. Get me all those pinball tables. All right. And whoever
Rambo.
whoever I get is getting a Stretch Armstrong this year. It's a deal.
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
You're signing it, right, Poe?
That's right. Right on the bum cheek and maybe on one of the nipples.
And I do got to say, you know, Greg mentioned we had our little error that happened in the beginning, but I think we deserve some credit because a lot of shows would have just waited till stopped Mike's video. We would have talked amongst ourselves and acted like there was, oh, hell no. We started Mike's video in the middle. We said, hey, guess what we did wrong, guys? We owned that shit.
When I saw that during his video that the stream started, I thought maybe it stopped and then you started it again, something cut off there. But I'm like, that didn't make much sense either. So I didn't know what the hell happened.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good thing every once in a while I look at the chat. But yeah, my phone was going off. I'm ignoring my phone because I'm being professional. And it was people saying, hey, dumbass, you're not on the air. You know that? But yeah, anyway. So yeah, that's the big pinball news. You guys, Poe, do you got any big news you needed to talk about today?
I finally, last night, I started recording my unboxing of my Game Station Pro. Like I said, I told you guys a billion times, I'm not bitter or anything. Pre-orders suck anymore, you know, so I got it 2 weeks late. That was 3 weeks ago today that I got it. I finally unboxed it. I recorded that, everything that's inside. I showed that off. Now I need to hook it up to my TV and show what's on the thing. So I got to do that recording. But we had to work today. We're getting busy. But I'm going to show that. And I did get my 2600 Plus. Came last Monday. But I figured I'm already late with that too. So I'll get to it when I get to it, you know. And unfortunately, I know Ballistic's here. He still didn't, last I heard, didn't get a notification on his. And he ordered the same as I did, day one, hour one for this thing. And he still doesn't have his, you know. And all he does is talk Atari on his channel pretty much. So it's a real pain in the butt for people that pre-ordered. There's a big problem with these pre-orders now, especially from Atari or from My Arcade that's representing Atari making these systems. So that might be a video in itself that needs to happen. What's the point in pre-ordering when people can just walk into a Costco 2 weeks early and pick this thing up for $20 cheaper when big fans of the thing are pre-ordering this thing a couple months ahead of time and not getting the thing until well after everybody else is. So, yeah. It's up. Yeah, so I figure at this point, the videos are already out. I don't have near as big a following, you know, as Ballistic has over 1,000 more subs than I do. He puts out a lot more videos than me, so I feel bad for him. For me, it's just like if people are going to watch it, they'll watch it, you know, I'll put it out when I can. But it should be sometime this week when I get a chance. I'll do a little bit in the evenings that I can on what's on the system. I'm going to load up an SD card with some games and just show that stuff, and hopefully at some point this week I'll get that out. So that's what I got coming up. And I do need to do more of my regular style old videos because my sub count doesn't move. If I do PlayStation 5 videos, which like I said, I do videos that I like, but I mean really the sub count doesn't move. If I do that, if I do older stuff and people are interested, that's when I see more subs come to the channel. So it's very slow going.
Well, apparently Ballistic's going to have a big video tomorrow talking about his stuff that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, they really got everything that he ordered from them. He's ordered everything. I mean, merch, clothes, everything from them. Day one, every time they have something out, he makes an announcement when he's at work about this stuff on his breaks, you know, and he talks to the people at Atari all the time. And still doesn't know when his is going to arrive. That's pretty messed up.
Yeah. He's going to throw them all under the bus that they've driven over him 8 times already.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
rough.
at least
rough.
mine is here. I mean, and like he's ordered his people that ordered theirs off of Amazon, got theirs like way before he did, and he ordered direct from Atari like I did, and still doesn't know when his is coming. It's messed up.
That's kind of bullshit. Not going to lie.
Right.
Yep.
That's kind of, yeah. Wow. But
Oh, hey, fellas.
all right.
I'll be right back. I'm just going to check to see if my wife's going to pick up my son. If she is, and I can come back. If not, I'm going to go pick him up. So I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
All right. Oh. So that just leaves the two of us, Poe, and you just got done talking about stuff. So
Just the two of us.
well, we can talk. How about this? We can talk about the arcades.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Now, I did get one negative Nancy, and I deleted his ass. And normally I wouldn't do that if it was constructive criticism. But my install video, I had somebody come on there and kind of attack me. And it wasn't over the install. It was because I don't like fighter games. I think I mentioned that once in my whole video. And this guy
Right.
must be a huge fighter fan. He's probably a big Street Fighter fan or something. So I say in my video, I didn't put the bat tops on because I associate that with fighter games, and I'm not a big fighter fan. So this guy comes on and he says, "Oh, I'm not a fighter fan, yet it's a 6-button layout," and then he calls me names. And that's it. That's all he,
Wow.
And I'm just
Well,
thinking,
and you even said in your thing, you didn't just say I'm not a big. You said I used to play them, but
Yeah.
I'm just not into them as much anymore.
30
it's not
years
like you
ago,
said, yeah, they've sucked from the day one, and I've always hated
Right.
them.
when it was popular, I had them for my Super Nintendo and Genesis, and me and my buddies played them in the arcades. It's not my thing anymore. And I'm thinking, there are more things I could have said to the guy after I deleted him, his comment. But I'm like,
right.
I've said before, if there's anything negative, if you're going to do name calling, I won't have that in my comments section. It's just a small channel. But if you have something constructive to say that might be kind of negative, I'll talk with you about it. But I should have said to the guy, you know what? I didn't choose this panel for a fighter game. The original panel came with 6 buttons for each player too. They're there because they're there. I got the panel because now it has a trackball and a spinner and things like that on it. So for him to come on there and attack me because I'm not playing Marvel versus Capcom on it, it's just not my thing, dude. There's a million other arcade games that are my thing. So yeah, with the arcade, that's the one negative thing so far that I've gotten on that video from my install, which has nothing to do with the install. Yeah, somebody came on my install video and kind of ripped me because I said that I wasn't a fighter fan. So maybe that's why they came to my install video to begin with, is to see if I played a fighter game. I don't know.
Weird.
If they know my channel, I've never played Street Fighter in any of my videos. So
he's just being a troll. Because they should understand you're not going to like every game. There's going to be a game out there you're not going to like me. I don't like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Right.
But I'm not going to make fun of someone or go to someone's channel and like, dude, why are you playing that game? It's stupid because not everybody's going to like the same games you're going to like.
Yeah. Like I said, what you said was so tame. I mean, shit. Yeah. Half of my videos, I'm trash talking something. I go off on
I mentioned in the video. I mentioned in the video, Glenn gives you the option of putting bat tops on here. I said, Off-Grid Arcade, put the bat tops on. And I told you, let me know how you like those. But I mostly do platformers, things like that, the old style arcade games. I associate the bat tops with fighter games. And I don't care for those. Now, the guy was like, oh, you got a 6-button layout, but you don't like fighter games, and then called me a couple names or something in there. And it's just like, well, there's more than just fighter games, I love beat 'em ups, Streets of Rage type games and Final Fight and stuff. I'm just not into Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat where you got to learn all the combos and all that stuff anymore. And even if
Yeah.
I was, aside from the computer, I don't really have anybody to play those with anymore anyway, 2-player down there. My son's not home that often, you know. So 30 years ago, when everybody was into it, I was into it for a while too. It's not my thing anymore.
Yeah. Did you block them?
You know,
Yeah, I did, just because, you're not going to come on and name call with me or anybody else that's going to comment in my comment section. You just...
Yeah. You know, I got that Mortal Kombat machine in my arcade that's usually sitting behind me when I'm talking. You know what I play on that? Tapper.
Right.
Because I bought the thing. It looks cool. I love the artwork and all that. And I rediscovered how bad I am at Mortal Kombat. So I never play it. I used all the moves I used to know how to do. I'm like, how the fuck do I throw ice?
Right.
I don't know. There's supposed to be a way to do that.
Back in the day, I did like that game, and I liked Street Fighter 2 back in the day, but it's like that was then, this is now, you know.
Yeah, so I play most of the time when I'm on that, I'll play Tapper or Joust because they're on there. But now I moved the arcade in the house, and this is what I play all the time. If I'm going to play out in the arcade room, it's going to be on the Star Wars machine because it has the yoke.
Right.
Yep.
But
I played Joust on my Street Fighter machine, so
wasn't
using it how it was supposed to be. I know.
Look at Operation Shutdown. He knows Tapper.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Tapper is an awesome game. Love Tapper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Ballistic Coffee Boy loves Tapper and Joust. Well, if you do go back and watch our replay, you can watch the second half of Mike's Joust video.
And he set up a challenge. So, and I'm pretty sure Joust is working on my arcade, but I think the second player on it wasn't working. The one that I pushed onto my arcade, I think. But
yeah,
again, I don't have a second player, so
yeah, I don't have anyone to play with me at the same time. But yeah, so yeah. I don't know what I was going to say now. It just, I read Chaos's comment and I lost it. Ballistic Coffee Boy mentioned Wizard of War too. So that'll get you, those great games. And I like that new one too that came out, the Wizard of Walls.
Wizard of Walls,
yep. Awesome game. I think that's an awesome game. But yeah.
I think you kind of missed out on that. Chaos, it's not like we don't like those games like the Mortal Kombat. We do love Mortal Kombat, but we're playing games with the 6-button configuration like Joust on the Street Fighter cab like me. But I like playing Mortal Kombat. So nothing wrong with that.
The buttons are there if I need them for something else. I didn't get Glenn's deck or the arcade to play fighter games. And from what I remember, I don't think there were a whole lot of fighter games that were in the arcade store before the thing was opened up. Not a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I was okay at Mortal Kombat back in the day, but I wasn't good. I mean, my freaking 6-year-old or 7 or however old Jason was, he whooped my ass every time. But I'm just no good at it anymore. So I tend to not play them all that often because I suck at it. But yeah, most of my arcade games end up being multicades, and I fall back into the same old stuff, you know.
Right. I love the really old stuff. And like I said, beat 'em ups I've always loved too, more than fighter games. So
yeah. We never got to play. That's the big. I'm still bummed out about that with the arcade. We never got to play some of those games we bought so we could play online together.
Right. And, but at least now we can challenge each other to stuff, and if we don't have it, we can always just push it to the arcade and play it. Or when the Viper board comes out, we can throw that game on there. We have the same control deck, so whatever it is, we can play it anyway. So
yeah. Because what was that one? It had like spooky theme. I can't remember what it is, and we were going to play. We bought it to play. I still haven't even played it because it's like, no, I bought this to play with Poe, and someday maybe it'll go.
We were supposed to play online together. I think we did beat Double Dragon together, didn't we? And then we had our final fight against each other, and I fell right down into the spikes or something like that. So
you jumped off the edge. You're like,
yeah, I committed suicide. I won't fight, Bart. I won't do it.
Yeah, get all the way to the end. I was like, oh shit. That's the last thing I heard. The last thing I heard from Bo was, oh shit. Oh, yeah, that was good stuff. Oh, so Mike, I take it you were able to return to the show.
Yeah, my wife already took off to go pick him up. So, yep.
Nice.
She finally got fed up with you and left. My wife does that all the time.
Your wife gets fed up with Mike and she leaves? What? Wait.
Yep.
What? Yeah. But did you have anything you needed to talk about, Mike? Since you made 2 videos and we played half of one?
Yeah, actually, I fixed, prior to me shooting the video for the Centipede Cab, I did fix what was going on with it. So when I opened up the control panel, since I have a leaf switch button under for my, when I press the fire, the wire was actually pressing down on the other leaf spring. So that's what kept it firing. So I looked underneath there. I'm like, oh, there's the problem. So I was able to fix it and then run the game, because I was thinking like, oh man, I gotta buy another button for this, because leaf switch buttons I can't really find too much online. I have a special place, I think it's Mike's Arcade, that I buy it from. So he's got some of the old parts, so that's what I'll buy from him. I should buy a few of them for backup just in case, because buttons need to be replaced now and then. So
I have one in my arcade room, in my spare parts for my pinball machine box.
Oh, nice.
That I don't own the pinball machine anymore, but I have like flippers and a cup. I think I have at least one, if not 2 leaf switches.
Yeah.
And some of the solenoids to make the things go. And I still have that stuff, but I don't have the pinball machine anymore.
Oh, yeah, I have some of the what are the I have not the leaf switch, but the other one, the micro switches. So for my Street Fighter cab, so I have backups of those, and also I have like these LED ones. Prior to when I used to play, I had the LEDs on the thing, but I find I like reusing the regular buttons because it's got a harder push to it. So, which ones do you guys like? I like you use HAP. I have the other ones. I'm trying to think of what the name is. They're the Spanish. So they were the original people that made the HAP buttons prior. They're called something else now.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, when I built my first main machine, I used all HAP controls.
I know what you mean, but the name is
someone in the chat may help us out. Yeah, but
I know it's in Paradise.
Where's there? Sanwa. There's
yeah. See, now my iArcade had the Sanwa buttons on it. And what did Glenn put in these decks?
I think they were just like Sanwa-like buttons. You know,
because they feel completely different to my buttons on my original one. Did you notice a big difference in the button feel?
Yeah, they seem different. Yeah, I have Sanwa in my Pandora's box that I got gifted to me from someone. Those are real Sanwa. Yeah, and I never touched the thing anymore. But that one there is so hard to find the game that you want, and it has 9 billion fighters on there. If I wanted to play fighters, I could play them on there, and it takes me 5 days to get through all the stinking fighters that are on the thing to find what I really want to play.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, I found the button. It's ill. So Industrious Lorenzo. So they're the ones that they were the original designers of HAP until they broke off from them.
Oh.
So yeah, it's ill. And speaking of Sanwa, I got like on my 1943 arcade cabinet, I bought Sanwa joysticks, the ball tops for it, because originally it had the bat style and it didn't feel right to be on the 1943 cab, so I replaced it with Sanwas, and it's smooth.
So you didn't even play fighters? What's the matter with you?
I love fighters. I got like my favorite fighter on the Street Fighter. I tend to play what was it, X-Men versus Street Fighter. And then it doesn't run Mortal Kombat very well on that machine, so I have to play on. Do you remember my Punisher cabinet that I have, the Minicade? Well, it's just the top part, right? It don't have the bottom, so it's in my son's room. If I want to play Mortal Kombat, I have to go there and play it on the Punisher cabinet.
What is the game? What's the name of the Capcom game that has like all the monsters in it and stuff? That's on the Saturn.
Darkstalkers.
Yeah, I do love that one. I have that on my Saturn. I love that one.
Yeah,
just because of the characters are so cool in that one. So
yeah, it's got like Dracula, the Little Red Riding Hood, right? And then
right,
what was it, the cat lady?
Yeah, that's a really cool fighter.
Yeah,
nice. I don't think I played it.
Yeah, it's a cool game. Maybe when you get the Viper board, you can put it on there and just stare at Little Red Riding Hood for a while.
She carries a Uzi.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right. Well, anything else to talk about? I mean, we've been live for an hour and 11 minutes, and we were not live for 25 minutes. So we're over that. We've been talking for an hour and a half. Anything else? Or do we want to go into the big final thought?
Sure.
Big final thought. What was our big final thought?
What do you got, Poe? What do you got, Poe? What's the big final thought? Ballistics talking to ourselves doesn't count. That was our best stuff, man. We were on fire for 25 minutes. Just amazing.
I had the best jokes I have ever had. I ripped on everybody, and they were hilarious jokes. I said, instead of centipede, I said centipedus. It was hilarious. It's the play on the wiener. I laughed at myself.
It was amazing.
But Atari, yes, I got to get back to my sit-down videos because I do enjoy those the most. I just need more time to do them because I sit here and talk about myself and my health problems and my job and how much I hate it. And I just love that. It's therapeutic for me. And I know everybody else likes to sit there and you think I'm going to be playing Atari 2600 games, but instead I talk about all the bullshit that happens in my life for 25 minutes. Then you get 5 minutes of gameplay of me sucking at it. And then I come to the wrap up where I talk about how much everything sucks in my life again. That is where the subscribers come from, right there. That's how you do it, people.
Poe, I hate to interrupt, but we got breaking news.
Oh.
Ballistic Coffee Boy, his order label was created.
Oh. So they should be sending it in February. It'll be coming then, huh? Happy Valentine's Day, Ballistic.
February.
And I don't mean to make light of it. I know what you mean, but I also know when Glenn was shipping out the deck, the ultimate control panel, my shipping label was made on the same date as everybody else. And then everybody else was on Facebook showing their panels a week before I had mine. So, and then all of a sudden
they did say they're sorry. So it's all good. It's all fine. You know, that's all you really need.
Yeah. I'm sorry, so sorry. Oh, wait, I didn't do that with the echo. I'm sorry, so sorry.
When he's sitting there thinking, man, I could be playing some games on that thing. All he got to do is read that I'm sorry, and he'll feel better.
Normally,
be great.
Ballistic, normally you do the breaking Atari news. Here's the Atari sign, breaking Atari news. In case you haven't seen it yet, Ballistic, this is what it looks like. And I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at myself because there's a zillion of these videos out already from guys from countries that I don't even know how to pronounce the name of, and they're doing videos on this. We ordered day one from Atari, hour one. We were up early in the morning to pre-order these damn things. And there's some guy saying, "Oh, Lord, I got my 2600 brush, and here's what's in the box." And they did this already. How many? I'm not trying to make fun of people here. I'm making fun of Atari for being rat bastards and not getting these out to the people that ordered from them day one that have been ordering crap. I ordered this from them. I got a frickin' speaker hat, a hat with frickin' speakers. This thing weighs 29 pounds on my fucking melon right now. Sorry about the swear words. It's Sunday. I don't even use the Bluetooth speakers in the thing. Can you even see the Atari logo? Probably not. There's one behind me, Derek. Thanks, Derek. But I order shit that I don't need from Atari because I love Atari. But guess what? Screw you. You ordered this day one. You ordered this the day it should have shipped in the morning, 6 in the evening. We don't have it in stock. We gave it to anybody that walked on by on the street corner outside of a Costco for 2 cents. Atari loves us. They love our money anyway. I still love Atari. It doesn't matter. I'm going to buy. They could put a turd in the shape of the Atari logo in a box, call it limited edition, sunbake it. I'm going to buy it. I'll put it on my shelf, and I'll put it right here on my channel for you. Even if it does come 30 days late, 90 days late.
My eyes are watering. I'm laughing. I was just going. We're like, this is better than the first 20 minutes.
I can't help it. I still love Atari. Whether it's old Atari or new Atari or whatever Atari, I'm into Atari. I'm glad they're putting games on cartridges, but I'm going to have to say that I'm not going to buy Outlaw just because they put a new sticker on it. I have Outlaw. You know, if it's something like a game like that Save Mary that was never on cartridge before, I will buy that. There's certain things that they do that I will get into, and there's certain things that they do that I won't get into. Something like the 2600 plus, I wanted the thing. I really wanted the thing. I'm just disappointed in the way that they handled it. So I hope that they learned a lesson from it. I don't think that they did because they're still getting their money one way or the other. That's my thoughts on it.
All right. Did you get it all out, Poe?
I bought the members only jacket from Atari. Who had a members only jacket? There hasn't been a member since the frickin' 80s. I'm going to look terrible in it. I'm going to look like Big Pussy from frickin' The Sopranos in the thing. Shaped like a frickin' pear wearing this thing. With the Atari logo down the side. Why did I buy it? How much did I spend on that thing? I hope my wife isn't watching this. She don't watch this. She don't watch me in real life, so I don't have that to worry about. I just got to make sure I'm there to get the box off the porch before she is. Holy shit. And who knows when it's coming. I ordered it, last month? It ought to be here in about 12 years. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I hope I got enough cigarettes to get me through the rest of this.
Okay, Mike, you're next. What do you got that competes with that?
Oh, no, I'm not mad at anybody right now. Well, anyways.
Put me back on the big screen.
Yeah, my final thoughts. So I'm still working on the Sonic the Hedgehog documentary. So it should be up next week. I just need to add some final touches to it. But yeah, it'll be up next week for those of you that like, the Sega Genesis games. And I've been actually thinking I want to get that Sonic Pinball for Genesis. I need to pick that up because it's actually pretty cheap. I looked on eBay and it's not expensive, so it's pretty affordable to buy. And that's my final thoughts.
All right.
That's a good one. I like Sonic Pinball.
It's a little more calm than Poe's, but we'll take it anyway. Nice.
Nice. Oh, I love that, Poe.
My Sonic, my Genesis Christmas ornament.
Oh, I need to pick one up. That's cool.
I think I got that last year, but I think they have them on the Hallmark website again this year.
Oh, okay, I gotta look that up.
Nice.
Oh, I want that.
I got the Dreamcast one that's new this year. It has Sonic Adventure on it, so.
Ooh. Oh, I love that Dreamcast too. Nice.
Nice.
Now I'm shilling for Hallmark. First it was Atari.
That's our new sponsor, right?
Yes, Derek. I have the SNES one here. You think I don't have the SNES one? What do you think I am?
Oops, Super Mario World. Nice. Nice.
I don't think they made an N64 one yet, but I have the NES one sitting there too, in case you were interested. Just when you thought this show was over. The NES one was the first one that I bought, and it's my favorite because the little door opens and you can see Super Mario Brothers cartridge inside it.
That is cool.
Nice.
And when you push that, and it even plays a little fireworks at the end of the level.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Jaguar version would be awesome. We need.
Do you have the Atari 2600? Hallmark?
They didn't make one yet. I keep an eye out. When they started making these, they started out with arcade machines, and I missed out on those. They had a Donkey Kong arcade cabinet. And then they had the NES, the Super NES, the Genesis, and now the Dreamcast. So each year, or just about every year, it seems like they come out with a different console.
Nice.
Cool.
That's awesome. All right. I think that's going to do it. Well, my final thoughts are play some pinball this week.
Especially M.
We got we got the last week of the tournament going on. So jump in that. Look it up. Pinball FX3 G Parker, and that's the password. Also G Parker. I have the Pinball M tournament going. What is it? UEQB, I think. Uniform Echo Quebec Bravo. Unless you're Greg, then you can make up random words. And
yeah,
password on that
Echo,
one is
Quebec and Bravo. You're correct.
Yeah, and password on that is OGA, Off Grid Arcade, just OGA lowercase. Get in on that, and then all the big table sales this Thursday is going to be another big release day for pinball tables. So be prepared for some of that. I'm going back to doing some pinball videos on Saturdays, and for now I'm going through some Pinball M. But man, we got 9. There's 5 tables on Pinball N and M, and another 9, so 14 tables. Holy crap! That's a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, but
and I never bought the South Park one. So
yeah. So there's 2 more for Poe. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. So it's a big couple weeks for pinball from the Zen people. And yeah. So all right. I think that'll do it. And unless you guys, Poe, anything else you need to rant about? Are you good?
I think the only other thing, and maybe I'm just missing it, I wish they would have done the tables, the layout on Pinball M like they did on FX, like showing them there and you can see what you have and what you don't have.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe it was just because I was in a hurry to hurry up and buy all the packs as soon as they came out. I actually went out of it and went to the PlayStation Store to the add-ons and bought my packs that way because I was kind of in a hurry. Because when I was actually in Pinball M, it showed the one table that came with it, and everything else was empty. And I'm like, where do I buy the other tables? I want them now, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas Pinball FX has everything right there. It shows you everything, and it's like you don't have this to buy it.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll throw this out in case anyone didn't get it already. If you have Pinball M on your wish list in Steam and you click on your wish list to go buy it, you won't see the pack deal. You'll only see the individual tables. If you want to buy the pack, you got to go into the store and do a search for Pinball M, and you'll see the pack, and it's another $2 off. They're all on sale for 10% off, but it works out to like 18% off if you get the pack. But if you do like I did, I clicked on my wish list and then I bought all 4 tables individually, and it cost me like $19.75 or something. I could have got it for $17.99 or whatever the pack is. But yeah, it's not listed on the page for Pinball M. It's listed as a separate entity. So I put that on Reddit like on day one, and I got a lot of thumbs up. People were like, dude, one guy's like, not all superheroes wear capes. Thanks, man. I'm like, it's $2. Still, it's the principle of the thing.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now I'm doing a Greg. I got to try to figure out where the outros are.
Well, he wanted you to play Mike's video out, or no?
Oh, the Centipede.
So do we want to do that, Mike? I can play your video.
Sure, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to put Mike's Centipede video on, and we won't be here when it ends. So
Centipede-ness.
The only bad side with that, guys, is the three of us won't be able to talk until it's over with our post-show hangout. So
just so you know, I'll keep the video running. I got to leave because my wife wants me to drop her off. They're going to like some sort of recital event, but yeah, I'll just keep it running so that way it finishes up. And yeah, I got to take off. But go ahead and run that video.
All right. Well, yeah. So we won't be here when the video ends. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you next week.
That one's good. You got it? Get the score.